And I, I think it's really important that we get to a point where we stop just taking in information and we actually start using the information to make a difference. I was on a call earlier and I was telling people, I was saying, listen, like, you know, you might not be happy with things that have happened in the past. You might not be happy with maybe businesses that you've had that haven't gone well. Maybe events that you've been to, maybe you didn't network in a way, or people that have let you down, or, you know, jobs that haven't gone right. And there are so many things that we've been through, so many issues, even personal things that we've been through in life that have caused us to have negative outlook on life and maybe feel like these opportunities are not for us, or we're not going to be able to take them, or they're not going to be for us. But what I was telling people was, listen, what are you going to take today that's going to help your tomorrow? Like, always just, it's sometimes we make these things seem so difficult and so hard and so unattainable. But I was telling them, look, listen, think about it. If you can find, if on this call today, you can find one thing that can help, that you can take away, that can help you be a better version of yourself. You can just improve by one thing, just 1%. If you can find one thing every day for 100 days, you are now 100% better than you were before. Just by finding 1%, just by finding one little thing. Now imagine, if you carried on doing that after 2, 3, 4, 5 years, in 4 or 5 years' time, you are 1,000 times better than you were today. And what does that mean? That means that you're a different person. Your money's on a different level. Your friendship groups are on a different level. Your network is on a different level. The way you speak, the way you think, the people you associate with, it all changes. But it all starts with that 1%. It all starts with you finding that one thing that you can say, actually, I'm going to take that and I'm going to do that today to make tomorrow better. Don't worry about all the things that you've been through in your life. You can't change it. You can't go back and make that person be nice to you. You can't go back to that job interview that you didn't get and make them hire you. You can't change those things. Those things have happened. Sometimes we are dwelling and holding ourselves back on things that we can't even change. Those things, we can't even make them change, even if we wanted to. So what's really important is that we look at what are the things that we can do today that can change our tomorrow, because that's all that's in our control. All that is in your control is today. We don't even know if we go to sleep tonight, if we're even going to wake up. It's only by the grace of God we go to sleep, we wake up. But we take it for granted. And so for me, it's really important that we understand what is this thing that we call wealth. Because I think, especially in our community, we have confused what wealth is. You see, because what happens is we think that wealth has to do with how much money you have. We think wealth has to do with what house you live in, what car you drive, and so forth. And a lot of the time, what we don't understand is that these things come and these things go. I always tell the story whenever I talk about the story of Mike Tyson, yeah? Mike Tyson, some of us, if we made £1 million, if we had £1 million, my goodness, our walk would be different. People would have to phone somebody else to talk to. Like, you can't call me direct. I've got £1 million. You can't call me direct. £1 million. You know what I mean? You got to call somebody and tell them, and then they'll call me and let me know. Do you understand? We'll start walking bougie like that. All of a sudden, we only want to eat the red M&Ms. Like, you understand? We start moving crazy. Mad demands. Do you know what I mean? We only drink filtered water. Like, you know, we're gone. We're on a different planet. Mike Tyson had 400 million. Do you 400 million? I'm going to say it again, just so you can really, really process. Remember how I was talking about 1 million? 400 million and still went bankrupt. There are countries that don't have 400 million. One person had made 400 million and still went bankrupt. So it goes to show you that that's not wealth. The houses, the cars, the money, that's not wealth. What we are talking about is we're talking about investing into assets creating assets, and those assets generate income, generate revenue, generate profit, and they move and they work time and time and time with or without you. With or without you, it continues to grow, continues to build, and that's how we can pass it on. But guess what? The biggest asset, before you can get to the physical assets, the first asset has to be yourself. The first asset has to be yourself. Let me tell you, look, we're doing this call right now. I don't even know how many people's on the call right now. What's it? 18 of us right now, yeah? There's 18 of us out there. When I'm outside, people see me, oh, E-man, I'd love to ask you a question. I'd love to spend time with you. It's all the talk. Let's take a picture. Let's do this. Da, 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 da. Me and Nikki create a free group. Join the group. We're here giving time out, 9 o'clock at night to try and give back. Where are those people? Where are they? But these are the same people that will be talking about the government don't want to help me, or, you know, the society is terrible, or my boss is trying to put me down, oh, it's because I'm Black, oh, it's because... These are the same people that will make 150 excuses as to why they are not successful. Yet given opportunities, they're not taking it. They'll never see the things that they're not taking, the things that they are not doing for themselves. And so the biggest investment you can make is in yourself. I always tell people, like, success, wealth, it's a mindset. Like, you gotta have the mindset before you get there. Like, I tell people, I had to act successful before I became successful. You don't become successful acting as a failure. Do you understand? Sometimes what we do is tell ourselves, oh, I'm keeping it real, so I'm not gonna act in that way because I'm not that yet. You've missed the point. You've missed it. You don't... To become wealthy, I must first act wealthy. You have to act wealthy before you become wealthy. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know if you're hearing me. Like, if I know that I'm wealthy, I have to move in a way of building wealth, which means I can't be wasting my money. I've got to make sure my money's working for me. See, what we think is that, oh, when I get the house, or when I get the car, or when I'm on the 100K job, or that's when I'll do it. It won't work. It will never come. It will never come that way. I promise you. I've done this job as a financial advisor for over 15 years. I have sat in rooms with millionaires. I've even sat in a room with a billionaire client. And why is he a billionaire? Why was he a billionaire? Not because of the work of his hands, because of the work of his father. Yeah? The work of his father. So sometimes we are, oh, I wish I had this. Sometimes you're gonna have to be the person to start it off for your family. You might not become a millionaire. You might not even make the 100,000. But the work that you put in would lead to your children's getting to the 100,000s, and your children's getting to the millions. You might have to be the one to get the ball rolling. I was talking about it today to someone. I look at Ian Wright. I don't know if anyone knows about Ian Wright, one of my favorite footballers when I was a kid, yeah? If you want to look at Ian Wright's salary when he was playing football, scoring all them goals, there are men that are sitting on the bench today, not even on the pitch, that are earning more than what Ian Wright was earning. Yeah? When you we talk about, you know, I love basketball, you know, we talk about Magic Johnson and these guys, they don't earn nothing compared to what LeBron James is earning today. But there's no LeBron James without them. Do you understand? So when LeBron James is in their presence, he has to give them their respect, because he has to understand that I don't live the life that I'm living today without them first going through what they went through. And you see, sometimes what you're gonna have to do is set the foundations in order to break the curses and break the poverty cycles in order for your family to start afresh. You're gonna have to stop it. You're gonna have to put a stop to it. And guess what? When you do that, they're gonna call you crazy. When you do that, they're gonna call you. Do you know that Einstein tried to make this electricity 1,000 times? He said, I found 1,000 ways not to do it right. I found 1,000 ways not to do it. I found 1,000 ways not to do it. And on the 1,001 time, it worked. And he went from crazy to genius. Noah was building the ark. They were looking at him like he was a fool. No? It hasn't rained, it hasn't rained, it hasn't rained. When it was raining, where were they? They were running like chickens, trying to get on this boat. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I promise you, your rainy season is coming. Your season of abundance is coming. Your season of movement is coming. Your season of growth is coming. But are you ready for it? Are you ready for it, or are you doubting? Are you doubting that it could be you? Some of us, that's our biggest problem, is ourselves. When I talk about wealth being in the mind, some of us, our biggest problem is ourselves. I was there. I'm from East London. I'm from Tower Hamlets. I'm from poverty. We start telling ourselves stuff. You start to convince yourself that you don't even deserve the blessings that you're receiving. You start to tell yourself, how am I here? Oh, that person's better than me. Oh, let me be quiet and let me be humble. You know, we used to have to do the humble thing. Let me be humble and let that person speak, or let that person go ahead. When you've got the calling, when it's your time to shine, when the people are here to hear from you. And so what I'm saying is that even when you go to do this stuff, the people around you are going to look like you're weird. And guess what? You are. Because you're different. You're doing something different. But that doesn't mean you stop. That doesn't mean you start to hold back. Because I want you to start actually building wealth and tell yourself, what does my mindset say? Because at the end of the day, if I know that wealth is a mindset, first, I have to have a mind of somebody who's wealthy. I have to have a mind of somebody who's successful. If I know that comes first, my actions must change before my bank account changes. Do you understand? My actions must change, because I keep telling people, you want to reap where you haven't sown. We want to harvest. We want the harvest. We want to collect the harvest. And it's amazing. But how does the harvest get there if it's not planted? How does the harvest get there if it's not looked after, if it's not watered, if it's not nurtured, if somebody doesn't take away the thorns, if somebody doesn't take away the foxes and the scarecrows? I mean, the crows that come to, if you're not looking after the soil, you're not looking after the harvest, how can it happen? You're not looking after the crops. And so this is what we want. We want the millions. We want the money. We want the lifestyle. That's the harvest. But we don't want to do the farming. We don't want to plant the seeds. We don't want to nurture. We don't want to even have the time, the patience to even allow it to grow. And so it's the exact same thing with wealth. Wealth starts in your mind. I want you to have a mindset. I want you to have a confidence. I want you to have an energy in regards to focusing on the fact that if I am building wealth, wealth starts with my decisions. I tell people the Jay-Z line, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Are you walking as if you are a business? Are you a PLC? Are you a limited company? Are you making decisions as if you are a company? What do I mean? I mean, if I'm a business, and remember, this is why I want you to have this mindset. When I'm talking about a business, but really I'm talking about you. If I'm a business and I've got a supplier, and the supplier is giving me my product late, or the supplier is giving me a product that's below quality, below the standards that I expect, or the supplier is offering bad customer service to my clients, naturally, what's the first thing I do? I find a new supplier. Without hesitation, I find a new supplier. But a lot of us, we have friends that are always letting us down. We have friends that make us look bad. We have friends that because we associate with them, we're missing out on networking or being in rooms with other people. And we're not going to let them go, because they're going to say, I've known them since primary school. I've known them since secondary school. Oh, they did me a favor in 1992. And now what? Now they own you for life. They give you £2.50 when you were short of change, and now that's it. You could never let them go. We got to start understanding a business just wouldn't make those decisions. We see it all the time in business. A company can work with a company 1 minute, the next minute they've left them and gone and collaborated with their competitor. So it's not personal, it's business. But we're out here emotionally being attached and allowing our energies to be dropped, allowing our mindsets to be dropped, allowing us to miss out on deals, miss out on, we're around people that tell us, don't go there. Why would you go there? Oh, what are you doing that? And we're missing out on stuff. And we're allowing people to have almost a control over us just because we've known them for a long period of time. Do you know how many times I hear people tell me, oh yeah, I was gonna invest, but I didn't invest because my friend said that, I shouldn't invest. And when I ask them, okay, so tell me, what's your friend's qualification? Are they a financial advisor? Have they ever worked in a bank? Are they an accountant? Do they have any kind of financial degree? Oh no, builder. But obviously, my friend. So we taking financial advice from builders now. That's what we're doing. And we don't think nothing about it. This is what we do. We don't judge it. We say we're going to our friends for advice on things that they have no expertise or remit in. And we're making decisions that are not only affecting our lives, but affecting our generations to come. And even the opposite, we're investing in things because our friends told us to do it. How many of us are investing in things because our friends told us to do it? Again, with no expertise. And so for me, like I said, wealth is a mindset. See yourself as a business, move as a business, understand your importance, understand that this is about you making a difference, not just for yourself, but for your generations to come. I need you to understand that when you think about work, don't just think about work as a job. Remember, over 70% of people have a job. Don't allow social media to make you think everybody's self-employed. Over 70% of people are employed, have a job. So that's not the problem. Yeah. What we're talking about here is understanding that for you, for a lot of us, we look at job, work, and we feel that that's our be and end all. I need you to understand that that's just a stream of income. Like, even when you think about your work or your job, do you tell yourself that somebody had a dream and now they can afford to hire you? Does it ever sink in that? Do you ever think about the fact that, wow, somebody had a dream and now they can afford me? Now they can afford my time, 40 or 50 hours a week of my time. All because they took the time to create a system or create a business that now can afford me. And typically in business, your staff should bring in value to at 2.5 to 3 times whatever you pay them. So if I'm paying you 30K, you should be making me around 70 to 90K for me to be able to pay you. And so somebody had a dream and now they can afford you. My question to you is, why are you not dreaming? I'm not telling you not to work. I'm telling you, why are you not dreaming and having a dream so you can afford to pay someone else? Why are we sitting here comfortable in employment like that's going to be enough? People talk about a cost of living crisis. To be honest, when you really think about it, we don't really have a cost of living crisis. We have a cost of income crisis. Because the costs have gone up, but the income has stayed the same. The real crisis is the lack of income that we have in our households. But they're not going to tell you that, because what they're going to do is tell you during the lockdown to go outside and clap for the NHS and how important they are. And we're banging pots and wearing T-shirts and cheering from them outside our houses like idiots. And then now it's time to give them pay rise and say, we can't afford that. So are they really important or are they not really important? My neighbors was giving me ugly looks after the second week when I said I'm not going outside. Now they don't want to talk to you. But now look, the government that said that they're so important, we couldn't do this without our NHS. Our NHS is the best in the world. All of that talk, when it's time to pay them, say, oh, sorry, can't afford it. These people risk their lives. And a lot of them died. A lot of their colleagues died, putting themselves in an environment where now we can't afford them. But yet tomorrow come, another emergency come, all of a sudden they can print money and they can afford it. And so we've got to start to say is that, are we really waiting for Rishi Sunak to come and change your situation? Rishi Sunak is a multi-millionaire and his father-in-law makes him look like he's poor. His father-in-law is the richest man in the world. So how can Rishi Sunak ever understand what you're going through? You've never lived your life. He doesn't understand your life. I saw a video of him talking about, yeah, I've got upper class friends, I've got middle class friends, I've got working class friends. No, not working class friends. Of course he's got no. Where would he sit and know and meet working class people? And so what I'm saying is if you're waiting for Michael Gove or whatever, all of these man, Boris Johnson, these are all millionaires. These are all millionaires that are sitting there. Are they really going to make their lives worse and have to get less money so that you can have more? Is that really what you think is going to happen? You are waiting for millionaires to tax themselves and give themselves less money in order to give more to the poor, in order to help those that need it most. They didn't even want to tax the gas companies. The gas companies are out here making billions of pounds in profit. And the gas companies are saying, listen, we're making so much profit, we want to pay the tax. And they were like, no, it's okay. Don't pay tax. Keep it. You can reinvest it. They were out here trying to give the highest rate of tax people pay cuts, tax breaks. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying to you is that you've got to invest in yourself. You've got to understand that wealth is a mindset. And I hope that this week, from the speakers that we get on and the people that you hear this week, helps you understand the things that you need to do to create the mindset of wealth, create the mindset of success, so that you start walking in it and you start experiencing it. All right, let me hand over to Nikki.
Wow. Some of that stuff was real deep. Who was taking notes? I mean, I didn't even know that, all those people were billionaires, but it's not a coincidence. Millionaires, billionaires that are running the country. Obviously, I knew, Donald Trump. I didn't know that much about Rishi. But it's very interesting to know that the people that are running things, they have something behind them. And a lot of the time it comes from the generational lineage. And so I'm excited about these sessions that we have. It is Wealth Week. Today is day one, so you guys are blessed because you're going to hear the full series. We're going to be here tomorrow and of course on Thursday with some special guests alongside. And I'm super fired up about it because I remember when I was first, getting into my entrepreneurial journey, if we would have had something like this, and guys, by the way, I'm not going to do more mindset. I'm going to give you some tangible stuff that you could go away and start today, tonight, and start to create some income, right? And those of you that saw the live that we had with myself and Emmanuel yesterday, we were having this whole debate around, is it just cutbacks? Is it making money? And we came to like the middle ground of now we can say, actually, once you've done all the cutbacks you can do, the only other thing you can do is increase your income, right? Let's make it absolutely clear. So what my part of this call is today, I'm gonna give you a masterclass on number one, how to spot opportunity to be able to invest. Number two, how to spot the type of partnerships you want to have. And if you've followed Emmanuel for a while, you will always hear him talking about collaboration, partnership, working together as a community, as opposed to always wanting to do things by yourself. And so I'm going to talk to you about partnerships because I think partnership is very, very important. Collaboration is very, very important. And also some tangible things you can go away with today, invest in today, almost a business in a box, and you can go and create income streams from this. Now, one of the things that was very, very, important to me when I started to really venture out. So I did it the reverse. I didn't do partnerships. And I went straight ahead into ownership for myself, right? And, that was all gravy and it panned out all right, but there were some hiccups along the way when it came to, the properties that I was purchasing. By the age of 21, I had £1 million property portfolio, and that sounds all great, but here's what a lot of people didn't see and didn't hear behind the scenes, which was the stress, the trauma, the crazy stuff that was going on behind the scenes. You know, tenants not paying rent. We had people that were mashing up one of my properties. There was loads of things that happened along the way that was completely unplanned. No one taught me about it. And it cost me by just wanting to own everything myself and do it all by myself. If I'd have invested in some education, if I'd have invested in some mentorship, if I'd have invested in, or even collaborated with somebody who had done it before, I could have saved a lot more of the money that I spent. And so there is, there's power in collaboration, but the right collaboration. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is, some of you may or may not know this. I know we're a lot more privy now. All right. The first thing is your network. It's important to be a part of a network. Okay. So if you're taking notes, write this down. This is important. This is probably one of the most important things I learned during business, being a part of a network. Why is a network important? A network is important. Okay. Number one, you know, the support system that you have. Number two, a network is also your clients, right? So you now have a bunch of people all at the same place, all at the same time, that will be, you know, that may be able to buy your products or services, or they may be able to recommend. So building a network. But how do you build a network, guys? That's a whole nother training, and we'll do that another day, I'm sure. But you want to be a part of a network. Not necessarily do you have to create a network, but you can be a dominant figure within a network and really begin to build great relationships. How many of you right now, through a show of, you know, find the chat box for me and let me know if you currently sell something right now. So you have a product or a service that you currently sell. Drop it inside the chat box. This is a chance for you to plug yourself, right? And so being a part of a network, the great thing is you can plug yourself. You can say what it is that you're selling. You can, you know, be quite strategic with, you know, whatever it is that you have. All right, type in what it is that you sell. Maybe it's a product, a service, whatever, right? And so you may have a product or service. Now, being a part of a network will enable you to now have a bunch of people looking at your product all at the same time, people that will recommend your product, which will ultimately mean more money. And also as well, being around like-minded people that's going to help support. How many of you know or heard the term that being self-employed entrepreneur is lonely? It doesn't have to be. It's a lie. It's only lonely when you're around the wrong people. It's only lonely when you're around people that don't understand entrepreneurship. So how many of you in entrepreneurship, a bit in entrepreneurship, and you have some people that don't understand entrepreneurship, and they tell you, oh, we haven't seen you, you got rich and switch, and they start making you feel guilty because you've just been focused, rather than the fact of when you meet another entrepreneur, they say, hey girl, nice catching up. I know you've been busy, I've been busy too. And it's a completely different energy. And so it's very, very important to be around like-minded people. So I want you to write down some clear actions on the back of today's call. If you're not a part of a community, you should be. We, myself and Emmanuel, have created a community for you to be around like-minded people. Okay, that's the first thing. But you also want to be dominant inside that community. It is pointless being in a community and being dormant. Okay, one of the things I teach my mentees is this: you show up everywhere you show up. So that means cameras on. Make sure you're remembered. Make sure that you put your best foot forward first. If for any reason you can't have your camera on, you make sure that you type in that chat box so much that people are going to remember you. They're not going to forget you. You always want to be remembered in your community so people can start conversation. You're building relationship. You cannot sell to people that you don't have relationship with. This is why when people spam your inbox, you don't buy from them, but you're more likely to buy from somebody that has a, you know, has a relationship with you, that you've seen over time, that you've heard testimonials. So build natural quality relationships, and you can do that through a network. So I want you to write on your piece of paper, show up, okay? Put your best foot forward. You know, make sure your cameras are on. Make sure that you're engaging. If you're a part of a network, don't be a dormant party. Don't be shy, because it's shy people don't get paid, okay? So the first thing is you want to be a part of a network. I'm not even going to go into a whole training on networks, but you guys get the gist. Put 777 in the chat if that makes sense to you. If you understand what I'm talking about, probably we could do a whole training on that another day, okay? But I want to make sure you go away with some real good value that you can take away. Excellent. Boom. Now, the second thing you want to do when it comes to, you know, really starting to get yourself an income and getting yourself that additional income, as Emmanuel said, you do not need to quit your job. You do not need to stop doing whatever you're doing now that creates you a stable income. The whole point of additional income stream, the whole point of a side hustle or extra income is not to destroy your existing income, right? So I see a lot of people, they prematurely quit their job because they get excited that their side hustle starts to make them money. The whole point is to get your side hustle at least twice, 3 times your current income before you want to start to consider quitting that income, right? At least double the income before you want to quit it, right? So you're not going to damage your existing income. It's very important to make sure your existing income is stable. But here's what you're doing. You're pulling money from your existing income and you're using that to fund, right, your side hustle, to help build your side hustle up. Now, the key thing is I'm going to give you 4 things that you look for whenever you want to, before I do that, the next thing that you want to do is think about ownership versus partnership. Now, I get it, guys. A lot of people want to own. Okay, I was the same. I used to want to own everything. I didn't want to collaborate with nobody. I didn't want to work together with I wanted 100% of it for myself. But if it takes you, for example, one of the products that I'm currently selling right now, I didn't create that product. If I was to create the product, it would have probably taken me 2 years of research, funding, the amount of money it would have taken me to actually create the product for myself. In actual fact, I partnered with a company. I now sell their product, okay? And their product has given me all the money that I've needed to start my other business venture, which is why I wanted to get the money in the first place. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? So rather than me wanting to create everything myself, if I can partner with a company that's already created something that I feel that I believe in, I'm seeing, it makes sense, I can now collaborate with that company, okay? And I can now start to earn that income stream rather than going through the legwork of doing it all myself. Creating products take research, it takes money, it takes time. And if you want to make money in a shorter space of time, sometimes collaborating could be, the thing. So let me just give you an example of collaboration, something that you'll all be able to know and tell, all right? Now, Emmanuel's wife, Mimi, she's also doing this because we were having a conversation at the book launch. But I want to draw your attention to this website. How many of you guys have seen this website, amazon.co.uk or amazon.com? Put a 7 in the chat if you have. Now, most of us go on here to shop. Most of us go on here to spend, okay? Because that's exactly what we're knowing it for. Now, a lot of people don't realize, okay, that most of the sites that we spend on, if you go down and you have a look inside the, the little fine print, the blueprint, you will have an affiliates link. You will also have an associates program, 2 different things. But basically what you will do, if you are a Housewives of Atlanta fan and you know Portia, okay, Portia has a link in her bio for Amazon. And if you ever click that link and buy anything, you will indeed get a commission off of that, she will get a commission off of that purchase. Well, you can actually create your very own Amazon link and you're able to now be an affiliate with Amazon, share that with your network, right? If you don't have a network, then guess what? You're going to be doing the legwork from scratch, but you share that with your network. Anytime your network wants to buy something, they buy it. And guess what? You will see an income stream coming in there. Put a yes or yes in the chat if that makes sense, guys. We are using Amazon every single day, most of us, some of us every week, every month. And we don't even realize that there's a way that we can make money from the very purchases that we are doing. Okay, so it's very, very important that we spot these opportunities when they come. Now, there's 4 things that you want to look at, okay, that's going to enable you to really partner with a company. Okay, 4 things, guys. Someone type 4 in the chat because I want to make sure you get this. Okay, the first thing that you want to do, all right, the first thing that you want to do is you want to look at the company, the CEOs. All right, that's very important. What does the company stand for? Who are the people behind the company? Are they in alignment with my brand? Okay, do they have results? Do they care about people? Very, very important. I do not partner with any company. I'm affiliate, guys. I used to be an affiliate for one company. When their vision and their values started to change, I got out of there, right? I'm very, very protective over my brand. Write brand in big letters. Your brand is what's going to make you sales, is what's going to bring you in some money, right? And I'm presuming everybody here is business person, so we're going to talk about money in this case. So you want to make sure that your brand is protected. Now, for me, when I was talking about, Amazon, I did a training like this probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Most people didn't know you could affiliate with Amazon. Okay, it's now more common. A lot of people are doing it. Okay, but who are the CEOs behind the company? Is it a stable company? Do you think it's going to be around for a long time? Are they in alignment with your brand? Are they in alignment? The second thing you want to look at is timing and positioning. Now, timing and positioning is very important. When I was talking about Amazon 5 years ago, nobody was doing it. And so, yes, it was amazing. And yes, if you were early adopter in there, you would have built up and people were buying from you. Now you could find quite a few people. Anybody on here already an Amazon affiliate, just put A in the chat. Now, when you're talking about it, most people kind of know about it. Some people already are an affiliate. And so timing and positioning is key. You want to be a part of something that's quite fresh early on. You want to be first to market. You want to be that market leader in your department, in your town, in your city, in your country, right? So you want to look for things that's unique, maybe not everybody knows about. Okay. Also, as well, what I look for when I affiliate is I look for products and services that people can't necessarily just go and Google that and get it themselves. Okay, so you have certain places where you go that's membership only or affiliation only. They're the ones you want to look for, so people can't get it yourself. If I was going to send you my Amazon link, and you can't find it one day, you'll go on Amazon and just buy it yourself. But if it's exclusive, if I'm in a position where actually you can't get it without me, now that's more exclusive. So that's a really good thing when you're looking for to affiliate and make a partnership. The third thing you want to look at, of course, is the products and services themselves. What are you selling? Like, is it something that you believe in? Is it something that is, longevity? Is it a product and service that actually works? You'll be surprised that some people affiliate with stuff and the stuff don't work. They're just selling it for sake selling. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure the product actually works. It does what it says it's going to do. And the company are reliable as well. And the products and services are healthy, natural. They do what it is that you want it to do, and you're proud of the products and services that's being sold. And the fourth and final thing is obviously compensation. You want to make sure that if you're promoting or you are putting your name to something, it's pointless if you're selling, I don't know, let's say toothbrushes on Amazon, customer pays £2 and you get 10p. All of that sales stuff for what? Like, it's got to be worth it. The compensation has to be worth it as well. Put a yes or yes if that was helpful so far. I just want to make sure that I know I speak fast, but I want to give you guys as much value in the time that we have together. So that makes absolute sense. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. So partnership, don't knock a partnership, guys. Don't knock a partnership. A partnership can provide you the income that could then pump into what it is that you actually aspire to do, and you get there quicker. Okay. One of the things I'm also learning right now, and I know, I'm going to show you some of the partnerships myself and Emmanuel are linked with, and also give you guys a chance. If you want to partner with us, we can work it together as well. But one of the things I've seen a lot of right now, anybody into property here? I've affiliated with some Airbnb stuff. Those of you that are interested in that, myself and Emmanuel are part of some Airbnb courses, information that can really, get you into that world without having to purchase a property. So I know that right now the climate is tough with mortgages. A lot of people are getting mortgages declined. A lot of people don't have enough deposit to actually get on the property ladder. Some people have bad credit. They can't even get a mortgage, even if they did have the deposit. And so one of the ways that you can diversify is by an Airbnb business. Now, Airbnb, most people think you have to buy the property first, but you can actually leverage, okay? You can leverage Airbnb, and you can, let me see if I can pull up a slide that kind of tells you a little bit about it. I did have a slide before. I can see if I can show you this, okay? But with the, Airbnb, you can actually leverage, right? And we have a course that teaches you how to do this, by the way. Hold up. Let me see if you can give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. You do not have to be tech savvy in order to do any of the stuff that I'm telling you about. Hopefully you can see. Give me a thumbs up, guys, when you can see my screen. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. So you can launch your own Airbnb business, okay, without owning any of the property. We teach you how to deal source, negotiate, how to, negotiate with agents, property owners, and literally you're putting in nowhere near as amount of money as you would do if you were putting the money, to buy a house up front, but you're going to be making an income stream from it. I've got, quite a few mentees that are doing this, that are killing it, 2,000-3,000 a week in Airbnb income, and they don't own none of the properties. Okay. Again, very little money up front, and it enables you to do that. This is a 12-month course, by the way, but it's going to allow you to earn income as you go. So it's kind of earn and learn, go and grow type of thing, right? The next thing that I can give to you guys is the transport industry. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of the transport industry, but it's another way that you can earn an income stream. So again, it's like, middleman money, same like the Airbnb, but just for cars. So worldwide, somebody can go onto your platform and rent out a car anywhere around the world. And the platform is Turo. So you can go on the Turo platform, create the platform. But what we do is we teach you how to get your own auto fleet. So you don't own any of the cars, but you negotiate in deals with some of the, all the people on the platform. You get the deal on there every single time that car's rented. So you're basically leveraging out those cars. Also as well, as you get further down into the course, you're also going to learn how to leverage other transport. So like those of you that understand the construction industry, that most of the builders do not own the dumper trucks, the excavators. They hire those out, they rent them out. You could be that provider now. Somebody renting out a dumper truck for 2 years or a year and a half, that's serious income. You get 2-3 of those, boom. I've got a couple of people that's making around £200 to £300 a week on this transport stuff. With the dumper trucks and all of that, you could look at 2,000 to 3,000 a week. So this is serious income. It will enable you to have that passive income coming in. But again, it's no time. So it's not like you're having to spend time doing anything. You don't drive the cars, you don't do anything. It's just middleman money, basically, right? Middleman money. I compare this to Uber. How many of us use Uber right now? Uber is one of them things that baffle me. We will prefer to use Uber, okay, than get a taxi or, go to the old cabbies. I think the old cabbies have now they're derelict, they're gone, right? They're extinct. No one calls the cabman anymore. But think about it. Uber is the middleman. We'd rather pay more to the middleman than actually go direct to the source because it's easy on an app, right? So we're now paying for ease as opposed to the price. So Uber, how many cars do they own? 0. But we're happily paying them to be our middleman. Think about Just Eat, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and all these middlemen apps that we're using all the time. But we'd rather do that than go to the actual direct source, and we're paying more to do so. Like, it's actually nuts that this is the way the world is moving. What about anyone drive here? I did this the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, Nikki, you're actually doing middleman. You can't help but do middleman stuff. Comparethemarket.com, all these insurance comparisons. Come on, say yes if you know what I'm talking about. And it's like, we are so addicted and hooked on using middlemen, but we won't actually create a middleman system ourselves. And now we've got to get smart about it because the middleman money is where this world is moving. We're using it all the time, right? So the transport industry is another middleman money one. I'm going to give you some game right now. You guys better catch this quick. So metaverse, the metaverse is the new technology stuff that's going on. Have you guys seen your Instagram is now powered by Meta? Facebook, WhatsApp is all powered by Meta. It's no coincidence that, the new technology world is kind of taking over right now. And what's happening is a lot of people are not hanging out. If you imagine before, how did we used to buy stuff? We used to pick up the phone. In fact, we would definitely not give our card details over the phone. We were scared that they were going to scam us. Now we easily click links and buy without speaking to people. Are you old enough to remember where you wouldn't even pay for something without speaking to somebody first? In fact, you'd speak to them and go, no, let me come down to the store just to make sure it's safe. We were so scared. But now we're living in a world where we click and buy, click and order, click, click, click. And if it doesn't click within 2 seconds, we get so impatient, we move on to a different website, right? So the technology age and the way that people buy is changing now. And now it's not the internet no more. I want to give you this, guys. It's the metaverse. There's big moves happening in there. Virtual reality world. Now, a lot of people don't even know what's happening. They see the kids with the headset on and they think it's children's games. It's not. Celebrities, big players are making moves in the metaverse. Now, I got told just under 2 years ago to buy a house in the metaverse, and I did. It was £60, right? This is crazy. £60. I bought the house in the metaverse for 60 quid. I sold it back a year, I think it was about a year later for 2.5 grand. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know why. I don't know who. I don't know what. I followed the instructions, did what was said. Someone also told me, okay, Nikki, buy a horse inside the virtual reality world. I was like, a horse? I understand a house, that's real estate, but where are we going with horses and that? I bought a horse for £6,000, okay? Flipped that for, after, I think it was about 4 or 5 months, that horse had other horses, right? Don't know how, there's a Tamagotchi situation. Listen, you don't have to understand how. You just need to know that these moves are happening and there's wealth strategies happening on the inside of these things, right? Now, every single pony that my horse had was worth 20-odd thousand. 20-odd thousand. Now, some people are like, but Nikki, why would somebody buy a horse inside virtual reality world? It makes no sense. Well, let me tell you this, and Emmanuel can back me up with this. You know, investing in high ticket things is cheaper than paying the tax. Why is it that your footballers have mortgages? They don't need them. But the interest rate on a mortgage is lower than paying the tax to the tax man. So now wealthy people are looking for where to hide their wealth. So if they buy a painting, how many of you have seen a wealthy person buy a painting for 60 grand, 100 grand? You're like, are they dumb? Why are they doing it? No, we were the dumb ones. That's how they hide their wealth, tax-free. Think about it, guys. So now they're in this virtual reality world, which, by the way, the government ain't cottoned onto it yet, but the bankers are starting to get land and office space in the metaverse. Why? You got to follow the bankers. You got to understand the bankers know something that we don't. So inside this course, we've actually affiliated this course, guys. Myself and Emmanuel affiliated all the courses I'm telling you about because we know this is a future, right? And we're in early. Inside this course, we're going to teach you how to buy property, how to create your own non-fungible tokens, NFTs. You guys have heard about that. It's a big deal. How to get yourself in this new virtual reality world, metaverse. Listen, I've got my headset up. So I made the mistake, guys. I was doing it up in my bedroom because I thought I want to sit down. It's virtual reality. It's weird. I don't want to hit myself or drop down. So I sat on my bed. I put the headset on, and guys, I think I must have punched Anton about 3-4 times in the bed. I couldn't speak. I'm like, whoa. I'm in there. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, where's my house again? I'm having to go around and look. But it's a real deal thing, guys. There's money. I heard Snoop Dogg was in there the other day. Paris Hilton had her birthday party in the metaverse, charged, I can't remember how much the tickets were, but she made millions on this birthday party. So think about this. You have your birthday party in the metaverse. You charge people for tickets. And now everyone sits in their house with a headset on. The music is playing, but no one has left their house. How much money would you make? People are making millions doing these exclusive birthday parties. So you, listen, find a way to get your business in the metaverse. I don't care if it's a house. I don't care if I saw someone who's running bridal. Do your bridal conversations in the metaverse. You're going to start making crazy amounts of money doing this. The kids are doing the same on Roblox. Yes, they are. And we're thinking it's a game. It's not a game, guys. This is serious. So you can even create little games. How many of you have seen little games on TikTok and different games? You can create games inside the metaverse around your business and start to make money. Now, here's the thing, whether or not we agree with this world, because this world is going crazy. I saw a couple months ago a robot filling up someone's tank. I see a robot driving the car, picking up the delivery, putting it. Listen, where we're going right now, I don't think we can explain it. But what I will say is, just like the internet, when the internet came out, it's happening whether we like it or not. So the question is are we going to learn it? Are we going to position ourselves? Or are we going to make sure that we're going to be paying somebody else 20 years down the line when we realize that it's happening and now we need to get on the wave. So we gotta, we really gotta do that. So also, guys, this is our baby, okay? This is mine and Emmanuel's baby, financial literacy. We have designed a course just for you. Now, this is where you're gonna learn the keys to finances. The last time I checked, Emmanuel's financial one-on-ones, some people are having to remortgage to sit down with him face to face. And so all the information that you need is going to be inside this financial literacy course that we have exclusively affiliated. Now, this one is going to allow you to master your budgeting. It's going to help you to really, manage your money, but in a way where you know that it's not all going to bills. You have investments, you have, insurances, you have different things. It's really, really fun. I do this one with my kids. If you're a parent on the call, my advice to you is you want to make sure you do a course like this with your children. Okay, very, very important. You do something like this with your children because they don't teach it in schools. All right. Who remembers Pythagoras theorem or trigonometry or pi or E equals MC squared? Someone tell me if you remember, or do they not teach that anymore? I think they do. And how much of that are we using right now? Who remembers algebra? Hey, what was all that XR8, whatever it was? I don't even know how we're using that right now. And I would rather have my child understand finance, understand active income, passive income, understand business, than understand any of that mumbo jumbo that we learn in school. And I'm not this downgrading school. We need to learn school stuff, but I think this is very important as well. So we've affiliated this program as well, which means you guys get amazing prices, but at the same time, we're going to give you value as well. So, when you're looking at certain, ways to affiliate, it's very important that it's in alignment. So financial literacy, with both of our backgrounds in banking, finance, this is in alignment with who we are. Okay, real estate is in alignment with who I am. Transport for me, I just heard it made money, so it made sense. I like to drive cars. That's as close as the alignment it is, right? And obviously technology is in alignment with all of us. We need to make sure that we're doing, what it is that we need to do. So for this, guys, it's key to really make sure that you are spotting opportunities, but you're learning at the same time, and you're doing it without having to put in, too much effort. The key is that the information's in the course, so we don't physically have to put, we don't have to teach thousands of people, and it's duplicatable. So guess what happens, guys? People in Nigeria are buying the course. We've tested this out. People are buying it all over the world. And we were like, okay, cool. We've now done our test. We've done tests of this for 4 months. Have over a couple of thousand, I think 20,000 people enrolled over the first 4 months of this being launched. So this ain't no joke thing. It's a serious business, and it's really, really effective. Now, here's the best part of it, that we, this is something from our hearts, guys, that we did not want anybody who purchases a course or anybody that wants to, affiliate. We didn't want you to have it and just be a consumer. Because I think that's something that we, both me and Emmanuel talk about a lot of. We don't just want you to be a consumer. Whenever I talk about this stuff, people are like, oh my God, I can buy this. I want this for me and my kid. We're like, I want you to have your business head on, guys. This is not just about you spending. This is about you now owning something or having some collateral in something where you can now make some money back from it as well, right? Very, very important. So when you have, when you purchase any of the courses or anything that myself or Emmanuel have affiliated, you actually now have part ownership. And so if you wanted to resell it, you can resell it and you will get a commission off of that as well. And I think that's powerful. I don't see a lot of people doing that. Can you imagine going to university, right? You go university and the course that you bought, you are now able to sell it back and make money from it. Like, more people will be signing up to uni. And so what we've done is we've made the courses, okay? We've made the courses really suitable for those of you that work full time or have busy lifestyles. It's like very, very short snippets, straight to the point. It's going to give you right direction on what you need to do. So for example, for the transport, it's going to tell you how to set up the Toro account, how to attract your customers. It's not going to be all this mumbo jumbo, like, do you know that the industry is 7 trillion? Who cares? Just tell me what I need to do. So it's going to tell you step by step what you need to do. It's going to give you, because I'm just telling you how I learn, guys. I hate watching things as pointless. Just tell me what you need to do. Okay, it's going to give you, 2 weeks worth of content at a time, very short, sharp, straight to the point. It's also going to give you a workbook where you can work through the stuff as well. If you're competitive like me and my household, you will see that you'll get the badges, the points, the rewards. There'll also be certificates of achievement, loads of community engagement. And as I said, the courses are 12 months short, okay, enabling you to have 2 weeks at a time. So you're drip fed the information. Now, here's one of the powerful things. I'm going to stop sharing for this because I want to tell you this. How many of you right now spend at least half an hour to an hour on social media? Tell me this. If you spend half an hour to an hour on social media, put 7 in the chat. I'm going to look at you right now because I'm going to talk to you. I'm talking to you right now for this moment. Just the social media people, whether that be Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. God knows we have so many different social medias. Boom. So we have so many social medias. Okay. If you spend half an hour to an hour on social media, I'm going to tell you now that you are a marketer. You are marketing something. I don't know what you're marketing, but you're marketing something. Whether it is you are in a restaurant and you're doing an old boomerang and you're marketing that restaurant, whether it is that you are marketing, I don't know, whatever you're wearing, whether it is that you are marketing walking down the street, whether it is that you're marketing a product, whatever you're doing on social media, you are marketing something. Now, how many of you that said that you spend 30 to an hour on social media wouldn't mind your social media paying you some money for that piece of activity that you're doing every single day? Now, check this out. One of my mentors said to me, Nikki, look, if you are on social media, you're either one of 3 people. You are either making money from social media are either making money from you, or you are the product. You're either buying off social media, you are either making money on social media, or you are the product. Why are you the product? Because you're the statistic that social media sell as a group of people that they're putting to you. Think about it. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. We all joined for free. Okay, we joined Facebook for free, and guess what we did? We marketed it to our entire network for free. So we were the advertising campaign for Facebook. We then got everyone to follow us. Follow me on Facebook. Have so much fun. It's gonna be so fun. Got everyone to follow us on Facebook. And then we created this crazy community now, which is worth billions of dollars around the world. How much did Mark Zuckerberg pay us for that? Someone type in the chat in pounds, how much money did Mark Zuckerberg put into your bank account for growing his billion-dollar brand? You promoted, there was no adverts on television. We all did it collectively, okay? We collectively was Mark Zuckerberg's marketers. And guess what? We took it proudly. I mean, we were even showing off to our friends, like, look where we're at. We do it proudly. Wasn't it a genius idea to work on the people's emotions, to get people, so hooked on this whole social media stuff? And then guess what happens? We decide to start a business. And then when we want to share it to people, we pay Mark Zuckerberg for advertising. Do you see how clever this man is? Like, this man had it all figured out. Like, we built your business, and now we have to pay you to advertise the same people that we brought to you. So here's what we have, guys. We have affiliated with a marketing course. Now, the marketing course, what this is going to do, it's going to teach you how to brand yourself. It's going to teach you how to attract customers to your page. It's going to help you with funnels. It's going to give you the whole blueprint from beginning to end to have people click the link in your bio and purchase from you. Now, this is game over. This is game changers. Guys, I get between, I'd say about 15 to 20,000 a month from my social media income, right? And this is something that I can tell you we are sleeping on. If we are on social media 15, 30, 60 minutes a day, and we ain't making money from social media, in this day and age where the little kids are opening toys on YouTube and making millions, we gotta change that. And so a lot of people come with the mindset, oh, Nikki, I don't do social media. That's why your bank account looks like that, sis. You gotta do social media. But how you do it is completely up to you. You can have a business social media where your face isn't seen, but you're still making money. And so we need to change the paradigm of what we think doing social media means, right? If you're chatty patty like me, then you're gonna be up in the camera. Hey, 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 click the link in my bio, bro. Click the link in my bio. I turned into one to click the link in my bio girls because I saw when people click, I got paid. But you don't have to be like me. You could be behind the scenes, have a very professional business and still set it up where money is being clicked. But guys, if you are making between 15 to 20,000 a month of your social media, would you be asking people to click the link in your bio? If you knew that that could be the outcome for you, would you? I want to see some answers in the chat because I see people, Nikki, I don't know social media. But if social media was going to pay you 15 to 20K, would you be prepared to type on your social media every day? Bear in mind, you're there half an hour to an hour anyway. Please click the link in my bio. Would that be something you will be willing to do? Because that's all that you need to do. Once you set up the system, listen, how many times a day you be saying click the link in my bio? I mean, I'm on there all the time. I'm like, listen, click the link. Yo, just in case you ain't seen the link, click the link. Now, bearing in mind, those of you that are on this call, you're only on this call because you clicked a link. You clicked a link and you joined our group. This was not advertised online. We didn't advertise this because what we wanted to do is we wanted to see the people that can take instructions. We wanted to see the people that were really focused. And you guys are the proof that people click the link in the bio. You can see there's about 70 people that click the link in the bio and join the group. So people click. We all click the link. And what we're good at is we're clicking and buying. But now we want to think, how do we become the 5%, not the 95%? Where we're able to do so. So I want to bring Emmanuel back because we're going to tell you how, like, if you're interested in any of the courses, if you will put in here by Emmanuel, he has a special link. If you put in here by me, I have a special link. And, you're able to purchase any of the courses. My advice, I know Emmanuel is, he is heading up the financial literacy. Me, I'm the marketing girl. I swear by that marketing course. It's something that it does it for me. I think we do extra discount. I think there's a discount for, if you get 2 courses, you can get all 5 as well that I've mentioned here. So there's different ones that you can select. You can pick 1, you can select 2, you can get all 5. And they are 12-month courses. But I know Emmanuel's going to do something extra for you all. Let me see if we can bring him on. But if that was valuable, guys, I mean, this is your first masterclass. We have 2 more days. We have some smashing people coming up tomorrow and Wednesday. But if that was valuable, for you guys, just let me see in the chat. Emmanuel, what are you going to give to the people? What is the offer? And guys, I don't know this because Emmanuel comes up with some crazy stuff all the time. So let's hear what our brother Emmanuel is going to put to the table today.
Nikki, first of all, well done. Thank you for sharing that because it was really useful. It was really good. So well done. I think for me, I just want to add value. That's all I'm about. For me, it's more than just spending money or doing stuff. It's about adding value. Because the way I see it for me is that people that I work with are my legacy. Like I comfortably walk the street today and bump into people and they tell me, I've been able to buy a house because I watched your content. They are part of my legacy. I see people who are saying they were in debt, but they're not in debt anymore because of the things that we've done. I had in the lockdown in 2020, I did a partner where we had 1,000 people save £1,000. And obviously that's over £100,000 in our community saved over a 10-month period. And it was like, okay, that's my legacy. And a lot of the people that did that partner for the first time, it was the first time they ever had £1,000 cash in their bank account. And I've had people come from there to say, well, I've carried on with it and now been able to do more, part of my legacy. And so for me, I don't want you just to purchase a course or just buy a course and go away and not heard of. So for me, like I said, I'm really on the financial literacy. I really want to try and help people do that. But I don't just want you to get the financial literacy knowledge. I want you to apply it. I started off this talk talking about wealth. So I really want to help people actually build wealth. So I want you to gain the knowledge and gain the information, but I also want to help you build wealth in the way, once you realize how you can do it, build wealth. So what I'm offering is for people that buy the course, they will get mentorship from me to ensure that you don't just buy a course, tick the boxes, get a couple of certificates, but at the end of the year, you're still in the same place. That's not my legacy. So for me, I want people to buy the course, and then I want to help you to actually build wealth. So at least you can say, I started off on a course, and now at the end of the year, I'm an investor. I've got a stocks and shares ISA. Oh, I've started to save for a property. Oh, I've got my first rent to rent deal. Oh, I've been able to start my business and I've been able to monetize my passion. I want to help you guys do that. And so for me, anyone that joins under myself, I'm going to offer them an additional mentorship. So what that means is we're going to have a group just for people that have joined under myself. And I'm going to make sure that at least once a month we have sessions. And then obviously we continue to have those sessions and make sure that you can, if you're struggling with anything, if you have questions, I answer them to the group. And the reason I do it to the group is that you're not going to be the only one. So there's no point us just doing one-to-one. I have a lot of the same conversations over and over again with the same people, with different people. And so for me, it's actually, let's get in a group together and ask your question, and I can answer it and other people can hear it, so that other people, so when they get there, they know the answer. And so for me, anyone that decides that they want to take one of these courses and invest in themselves, if you decide to invest in yourself, I'm going to invest in you. It doesn't matter how busy I am, how I'm all around the world or whatever, I will make the time to invest in people that invest in themselves. So that's my offer. And that's my legacy. And for anyone that wants to be a part of it, I'm here to help.
Cool. So what I'll do then is I will also provide, now I do a mentorship every week, a private community. And what I will do is I will do one mentorship at the beginning of the month, because I think the beginning of the month is where everyone is fired up, ready to go. So one at the beginning of the month for free every month for the 12 months that they're in the course. So that would be my contribution. And I think that the mindset, the strategy that we're doing in there as well, alongside, your financial advice, I think, money and mindset is where we need to go. So I will put that forward, one a month, absolutely free of charge. You can come in on a Monday, 9 p.m. UK time, and really be put into. I know there's some people on here that's on those mind. If you're on the Monday mindset call, just put MM in the chat so people know that this is life-changing stuff. Like, we had people out last night. Like last night, people were in tears. Like, it was revelation. It was crazy. So mindset, I'll throw that in absolutely free of charge. You come on there, first Monday every month. And I'll be free of charge as well. So how much are the courses, guys? You have one course is £199, and then for the next 11 months is £130 a month. You have two courses, which is $499, and then each month £190 for the next 11 months. And then you have all 5 courses. We drop it down to $250 a month. And that is a $999 upfront deposit, and then the 11 months of $250. Now, we didn't speak about the affiliations, but in order to affiliate as well, affiliation is just 20 quid. Okay, so to affiliate, so you have two types of people that just want to purchase the course, or people that want to make money from it as well. And you don't have to do the £20 straight away. You can start doing the course, and when you're ready to affiliate, you can do that at a later date. And it's $19.99. And what that gives you is it gives you a back office system. It gives you your own customer service, concierge, car payment system, how to collect money and all that kind of stuff. And how it works is on the $199. So on one course, you will get around £35 cash back, which is about $50. So it's American companies, it's $50, it's about 40 quid. On the 2 courses, you sell 2 courses, you will actually get 175. And on all 5 courses, you sell one of those, you'll get $350 up front. And they also offer extra bonuses as well. So the more customers that you sell to, you actually get more rewards until you get actually residual income from it. So when you have a certain amount of customers that you've had, so for example, the minute you get 6 customers on top of the initial input that you get, the initial affiliation fee that you'll get, you'll also get at 6 customers, 500 a month, every month coming in. So that could be like a really, good income stream for you. Sell to 6 customers and then get 500 coming in every single month on top of the one-time fee that you get as well. So it's really, really powerful affiliation. The great news is it's new. Not a lot of people know about it. Myself and Emmanuel flew to Vegas to meet the CEO, to build our relationship, our connection. We've gone through the course. I've gone through it. I go through it with my kids. And already, as I said, before we brought this to our inner circle and put this on the table, we have test driven this for the last 4 or 5 months. So we know it works. We've got testimonies for days. I don't know if there's anybody on here that uses any of the courses. If you can put a 7 in the chat if you're here, that would be great. Maybe we'd have some time for a quick testimony if any of you have it. If you're using any of the courses, any of the 5 that I've mentioned, please feel free to put a 7 inside the chat. Amazing. So yes, so some announcements. I don't know if anyone has got a testimony, please raise your Zoom hand. That would be really cool. It'll be great to hear a testimony from anyone. But a few dates for your diary, guys. Very, very important. The 4th, is it 4th of March? 4th of March, Uncle Eman. Next week, Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday is the book signing. So if you bought a book, you come and get it signed. We're doing that next Saturday. So yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. The link in my bio if you want to get a ticket for that. So we're doing a book signing. So loads of people have bought books, and they want to get them signed. So we're giving this opportunity to allow people to come. We'll have a talk. We'll do an interview, answer questions, and then also sign the book and take pictures as well.
Amazing. And so for those of you that are inside the inner circle group, everyone here should be, because that's the only way you would have got the link, right? But inside the inner circle, if you were fast, Uncle Eman did put in there a link where you could get your tickets. Now, here's the thing about this group, guys. We are going to be giving you all of the information before it goes to the world of the internet, before it gets on the internet streets. We are giving you the tea first. So please don't come, because I know Uncle Eman got cussed out. People saying they couldn't get the book. They couldn't get to the last book launch. It was fully booked. It was fully booked. We are giving you guys first dip in. So make sure that this is not a sales trick. Like when we put it out on the internet, it was sold out. I had people cussing me, Nikki, we can't get a ticket. We can't get in. It's sold out. I said, listen, it's sold out. By the time it gets to the internet streets, it's going to be sold out. So we're going to give you guys the information, sometimes 24 hours, sometimes 12 hours before the rest of the world. So you want to make sure that you secure whatever it is that we give. Most of the time, you're going to get special treatment, special, maybe sometime discount. I know you put in there the first 20 people get a free ticket, right? So yeah. That's gone, obviously, but you want to make sure that this is where the mindset is important. You want to prioritize this group because there's going to be giveaways. Listen, the last group I ran before, we transitioned, I was giving money away. I was like, listen, money pull up, who wants it? And people were like, oh my gosh, there was money given away. Yeah, but you didn't check the group. And the same woman won the money like 3 times in a row because she made it a priority and other people didn't. So anything crazy can happen inside that group. So make sure you're inside the group, notifications on when we drop stuff. Another date for your diary is the 18th of March. Now, this event is again exclusive. I'm going to be putting this event on the internet tomorrow. Now, tickets are 1 for 40, but for you guys, you will get 5 tickets for £40, okay? Which means if you're smart, if you're a hustler, you can actually sell the tickets for £20, £30. You can sell the tickets for whatever and make back your money and some. You're gonna get 5 tickets for £40. We're not gonna be selling them, 1-1. So I'm gonna put the information inside the group for that 18th of March, okay, in London. We also gonna have one in Birmingham, March 21st. So if you know anybody in Birmingham, you really want to make sure that they are at the event. And this is going to be all about multiple streams, how to, create, the right passive income. Also as well, being around like-minded people. And we've invited some superstars, to come out to that event as well. Some are flying in from the Caribbean, America. Is going to be insane. So again, you don't want to miss out on these events. We have a few things coming that we're not going to say, but all I'm going to say is just get ready for, we got some retreats happening. It's going to be fun. We're going to make sure that you guys get a lot of value. And me and Uncle Eman are always wrestling with experiences. So we're going to make sure that you guys, it's not going to be on budget. I promise you, we're going to have Uncle Iman's looking at me like, Nikki, don't play yourself.
Don't say too much, though. Let's take it easy.
We are going to have some fun this year. Okay, we are going to have some fun this year. With that being said, tomorrow we have a special guest coming in. So what we've done is we've invited a couple of individuals that have mastered affiliation. So the gentleman that we have coming tomorrow is a guy that makes 110 grand a week through affiliations. He's somebody you want to hear from, right? So we've managed to get him to come. Absolutely incredible gentleman. He lives out in the Caribbean. He's in Trinidad and Tobago, travels around the world. And we both have personal relationship with this gentleman. And he has, he's the one that has a system like no other. And so he's also affiliated with, some of the courses that we've spoken about today. And it's just so exciting to be able to see people that look like us come from, places where we come from, and he's been able to transform his entire life. So that's who we have tomorrow. And then ending it out, we have a gentleman who has also been able to create income through affiliations, around 50,000 a month. And so these are big players that we're pulling out for you guys. Again, this will not be posted on social media. If you do want anybody at all to be on this that's not currently on, then get them to join our group so that they can get all the information as well. So with that being said, all is required is if you are interested, you want to get onto any of the courses, then we will be able to put the information there, or alternatively, just DM myself or Uncle Eman. And I can get you, I've got both of our links, I can get that sent out to you. If you want it faster, it may be me, because you know how Uncle Eman looks like he's ready to go bed.
You know me already, I'm on the way out, me.
If you want it quick, if you want answers quick, then, my Instagram. Now, guys, be very, very careful. Okay, both of us have fake accounts. Obviously, Uncle Eman is privileged. He's got the blue tick already. I'm still fighting to get mine. But my Instagram is, as you can see it here, I'm never going to ask you for money. I'm never going to tell you to click Bitcoin link or any other links, guys. So please, if you're ever in doubt, video call me, because I always answer video call. If you're ever in doubt, say, Nikki, send me a voice note. Alternatively, we're recording this. Let me stop this.